In the stillness of thoughts, a question emerges: what if nothing matters? Not in a bitter or cynical way, but in a quiet, disorienting sense. What if all the things we believe about success, love, right and wrong are just stories we've inherited? This is nihilism, a word often whispered with dread, a philosophy often misunderstood, a presence many feel, especially in quiet moments, but few dare to explore. The beginning of the abyss. Nihilism comes from the Latin word nihil, which means nothing. At its core, nihilism confronts a powerful and unsettling idea that life may have no built-in meaning, no cosmic plan, no universal truth that tells us what to do or who to be. Friedrich Nietzsche, often considered the voice of nihilism, didn't see this idea as the end of everything. Instead, he saw it as a starting point. When he said, "God is dead," he didn't mean it as a celebration. He meant that the old ways of finding meaning were fading. Religion, tradition, and moral systems were no longer enough for many people, and that would leave a vacuum, a space filled with uncertainty. He wrote, "When you gaze long into the abyss also gazes into you." It's a haunting line, but also a true one. The weight of nothing. Coming face to face with nihilism is not just about thinking. It's about feeling. It can feel like a kind of emotional weightlessness, like being out in space with nothing to hold on to, no clear direction, no guiding stars. Many people experience this during times of personal loss. When someone you love dies, when a job you cared about ends, when a dream you chased doesn't come true, or simply when you start wondering whether anything you do really matters in the long run. And the questions come: why try if nothing lasts? Why work hard if we're all going to die anyway? Why love if love always ends in pain or goodbye? These aren't just traumatic questions, they're deeply human ones, and they deserve honest answers. The danger of misunderstanding. Nihilism is often misunderstood. Some people think it means giving up, being selfish, hurting others, living without any rules. But that's not the true nihilism. That's hopelessness pretending to be wisdom. Real nihilism doesn't say life is bad. It says life might not have a built-in meaning, and that's different. It doesn't mean life is pointless. It means that we are the ones who give life its point. The danger lies in how we respond to this idea. If we see it as a reason to do nothing or to harm, we've missed the opportunity. But if we face it with open eyes and ask, then what do I want to build? We step into a new kind of strength. Nihilism and modern life. In our world today, nihilism hides behind phone screens and endless scrolling. We have more information than ever, but less wisdom. More followers, but fewer real friends. Many young people feel lost. They're told that success means money, fame, or status. But when they chase those things and still feel empty, they start to wonder, what's the point? This feeling isn't weakness, it's clarity. Seeing that the promises of modern life, buy this, be that, win this, don't always lead to joy. So they ask, what really matters? The honest answer. Here's the truth. There may be no grand cosmic purpose, but there is this moment, this breath, this choice. You can choose to live, to explore, to create, to know about this world, to know about yourself, to build something that might not change the world, but it changes your world, and sometimes that's enough. Maybe the fact that nothing lasts is exactly why everything matters. A personal confrontation. Have you ever stayed up late, staring at the ceiling and asked yourself, why am I even here? Have you ever looked at the sky and wondered what your life really means? Not to break you, but to invite you to think deeper. You don't need to run from these thoughts. You don't need to have all the answers. What if you just listened? What if you stopped searching for someone else's truth and began listening for your own? You don't have to pretend. You don't have to be sure. You are allowed to be a question. Beyond the abyss. Nihilism is not a dead end. It's a doorway. When you stop chasing someone else's idea of meaning, you begin to see your own path. You get to decide what matters. You get up. You breathe. You go for a walk. You make a change. You try again. You keep living, not because you have to, but because you choose to. This is nihilism, not a darkness to run from, but a silence to walk through. And on the other side of that silence is you, still breathing, still trying, still human.